Welcome to Rock Around the Clock. Daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rokk. Hello. Sorry about the delay, guys. Technical issues, usual stuff. And then while we were going through the intro and you saw a little timer in the corner, I thought, that's weird. I don't remember setting up a timer. And I then remembered that I'd chosen the wrong scene collection. So it's too late to go back to the other one, my normal one, because I've set it up for the wheel and everything. Hope you guys are well. Apologies for not being able to make yesterday's show. You probably heard I had basically poisoned myself. I've been taking zinc supplements for the past couple of weeks, and I'd gone and bought, instead of 10 milligrams, which is the recommended daily dose, I'd bought the 100 milligrams set. So I've basically been giving myself 10 times the zinc daily recommended allowance for the last 2 weeks. Adam, you a little weird to me today. What could be? What does that mean? Do I sound weird? Do I look weird? What's the weird bit? Tell me, is it the beard? Is it my audio? I can't hear, guys, so you're going to have to... I've got my headphones off, so you're going to have to tell me if there are any issues. There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any audio issues. But, and Yellow, you've oh, it's the beard, right? Threw me right off there, dude. Right, yes, so where was I? Zinc. And what it basically does is, apart from, actually, if I'd have carried on for much longer, I would probably have destroyed my immune system. But it gives you yeah, it came off at the weekend, and Yellow. You obviously weren't here on Monday and Wednesday. But it's all good. It's growing back. It'll be back within a week. Trust me, it doesn't take long. I thought I'd see how it looked. I do this all the time, and then it comes off, and I think, oh, I don't like it, so it's going to go back on again. Yes, so apologies for that. I'm still feeling a little bit because it basically it upsets your tummy and makes you feel a bit icky and very tired. But the show must go on. It must go on, fellas and fellaresses. I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for popping in. I did some little chats over the intro, but Al's in the house. How are you, Al? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you watched Rock Players yesterday, by the way. Al did compose the theme tune for the show. It's an amazing piece of music for which we are eternally grateful. But it was a great show. I couldn't make it for the same reasons I couldn't make Clock yesterday. But I popped in often, and the chat was amazing. So if you haven't hooked into Rock Players yet, it's essentially sort of a 2.5 hour discussion show on deep diving on cloud gaming, but also other kinds of gaming as well. So it's kind of got an open remit, and the idea is that as well as Bjorn and Holtz and me hosting it every other week, they invite in 3, 4, 5 really, really great guests. So it's an enjoyable watch. PyCon's here. How are you, my friend? And of course, my very good friend Ray. I hope you're well, brother. Happy Friday, says Big Steve. Yeah, it is. It's Friday. Good point, my friend. Very good point. Technically, we've got something new today. I'm testing this out. So, look, initially, I was OBS only. 1440p 60 looked sweet as a nut, but I couldn't pump it out to my other channels, Twitch, Facebook, So what I've done instead is I send a camera to Melon, and then Melon pumps it out. The downside of that is that Melon is at 1080p tops and 30 frames per second, and its bitrate's not brilliant, so it can be a bit But the last few episodes, I wasn't happy with the audio quality or the video quality. I reached out to Melon for some assistance. I didn't get much. So I've changed it. Now I'm using a system called NDI, which is a professional, it's kind of a camera sharing system used in studios, big pro studios. So I'm hoping the video is going to be a higher quality. And also the audio should be good as well. So I'll have a little look later, but I was doing some tests over the last few days and it certainly looked a lot better. Rockmirth, how are you, buddy? Rockmirth has spent €2,500 on a PC. Nice. What's the spec on that puppy? That's got to be a 3090, maybe even a 4 series card, or maybe one of the new AMDs. And what, an Intel i9, i10? Let us know. I'm excited about people buying kit at the moment with all of their Stadia refunds, of which I have yet to get any. There was me. I popped in. Joe's in the house. Hello, Joe. Rock Show. Hope you get well soon. Yeah, thank you, my friend. I've stopped taking those supplements now. In fact, I was taking zinc, vitamin D, and a couple of Bs as well. Largely because I spend too much time indoors. Since lockdown, and we basically, my company became a work from home business. We had a gorgeous, huge office. In fact, if you look on my YouTube channel for a recent 10-second video called Attack of the Drones or something, you'll see these drones blowing up a building, and that building was my office until about a year ago. That's where we were based. So yeah, but the problem I have is I'm in here all the time from the minute I wake up until I go to bed, which means I'm not getting sunlight, which means I'm not getting vitamin D. So I'm not going to drop the vitamin Ds, but the zincs had to go, and boy, oh boy, did they hit me. It's funny because for the last week, I'd not been feeling too good, and a couple of people had said, I think it was on Tuesday, someone in the chat said, wow, Rock looks bored. And then I think Rudig's popped in and said, well, with the amount of shows he does, he's probably tired. Of course, I didn't realise at that point that I basically filled myself with an overdose of zinc. And it has that kind of an impact. It makes you feel nauseous. And for the last week, I'd been feeling icky after meals and other stomach-related issues. And I thought I was going down with something, and I was all set to get ready for the flu or something. And then I just thought I'll Google and see what they say about taking those supplements, and boom, it hit me. It said recommended daily intake 10 milligrams. I was thinking, I'm sure I've been taking 100 milligrams a day for 2 weeks, which is not recommended. Apparently they say that you don't get any serious issues until you're up to taking 600 milligrams, but I think it depends on your body, and if you go straight in at that level, which I did, so it's going to take me a few days to get it out of the system, but I feel a lot better today. I think once you establish what the issue is, then you start to feel better, don't you? So thank you for that, and K-Sport, thank you, my friend, as well. Bless you. As always, you guys on Twitter show me the love when I'm saying I'm not feeling great, and I really appreciate that. Twitter, what's going on? Don't go anywhere yet. Look, you know what? So Elon Musk had, I believe, he had something like a 13% interest initially, which was worth about $9 billion, and then he pumped another 13 of his own in to make his input about 22 billion. So the other 20 billion he got from some pretty dodgy people like the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia and a few other right-wing tech boys. But if I was any of those people that had that other 20, I'd be saying, Elon, what do you do with the money, man? And I think the fact that isn't happening is because it's all part of a big plan. I genuinely do. I put up a video on Twitter the other day by a guy called Devon, forget his surname, he does amazing videos. He deep dives stuff, really deep dives it, and he's kind of got a background in tech and Twitch specifically. And he was absolutely convinced that this is all part of a master plan, that what Elon Musk is a supreme beta, and he's managed to keep Twitter headlining on all the newses for the last 3 or 4 weeks, which is true. He's hemorrhaging some people, but a lot of people will stick around. I've joined Mastodon, but I haven't given up on Twitter. And in fact, what I do at the moment is my tweets are automatically copied to Mastodon. So I'm in 2 places, but actually it's all happening on Twitter. Because that's, I've been there since it started, 2007, the summer of 2007, when they officially launched at South by Southwest. And I, at that time, used to listen a lot to a guy called Leo Laporte, who's still an absolute hero of mine. I met him, actually. I've been on his show, believe it or not, and I've got the receipts. I've got the pictures and the videos. But he's really, he started my thinking in the whole podcast space, getting into podcasting, and that's kind of why he's a godfather of podcasting. And he was saying, there's this thing called Twit, because at that time he was doing This Week in Tech, still does, which was Twit, all right? The Twit network, as Joe says. And he was really annoyed that there was this app called Twitter, because he felt that he owned Twit, which is a derogatory term in the UK, by the way. If someone's a twit, it kind of means they're a bit posh and a bit pompous. So that's when I heard of it, and I thought, that sounds interesting, because at that point, really, it was mainly Facebook and MySpace and that stuff. So I joined in within a week or 2 of them launching. So I'm like Twitter account 800 and something thousand, which sounds a lot, but it really isn't. I mean, we're up to whatever it is, 500 million or something now. So I've been there since day one, and I really don't want to go. I have used Twitter extensively in all of my commercial and private endeavours. So yeah, it's really important to me, and I don't think it will go anywhere. And I genuinely think if it ever got to the point where it looked like it was just going to go to bankruptcy, it'll get scooped up by somebody. There'll be a VC outfit that comes along and picks it up for peanuts. I wouldn't even be surprised if Jack Dorsey or some of the original Twitter team didn't come in and pay nothing for it. Of course, Jack Dorsey is working on Blue Sky, which is nobody really knows much about it, but I've registered for the beta, so that'll be interesting. But anyway, there you go. Where are we? Where did I get to? I am so slow, I'm sorry. What up, peeps? Geek, how are you, brother? Geek, bless him, has donated half of today's giveaway. So what an absolute star. And that, of course, is Shenmue 3. You guys may or may not have realised I tell you a problem I have, and I'll circle back on that point, is, and I keep promoting the fact that you can either join as a YouTube member of Team Rokk, or you can join the Patreon. The problem I have is I keep posting stuff to YouTube and forgetting to go and do it again in Patreon. So the poor guys that are over there, like John, I think Stu is in there as well, they don't always hear the news that I let everybody know about. Ideally, in an ideal world, I would close that and just have everything concentrated in YouTube, or even have everything in a separate place, but it is what it is. So my thinking from today is that every Friday we'll have a members only giveaway. So if you're a member of Team Rokk, as always, you're automatically in that. But I'm not going to, in the past I've sort of made a big thing about if you subscribe and do this and so. I'm not going to do that for the Friday giveaway. It's only going to be for members. It'll be a surprise every week. I won't announce it on the Friday. I'll let you know a couple of days before. But it's going to be games, trial codes, all sorts of stuff. But it's only going to be for members. And then around that, I'll do the bigger giveaways, which are longer term, like Callisto Protocol, which is out there now for the 2nd December. And of course, the X-Massive giveaway, which is scheduled for December 19th. So, and you guys know all about that. It's been absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, that's the plan. So all my lovely members will be getting a chance every single Friday to go into a pot. Sometimes, it'll be relatively small prizes. Other times it'll be big prizes. It really is going to be a potpourri. So a smorgasbord. What up, peeps? Thanks, Geek. Thank you, my friend. Mugen Live. Oh no, I've forgotten. Mugen, I've forgotten what it was. I think, was it you or Barclay taught me how to say, how are you? And it's gone out of my head. Blame the zinc. I'd like to think zinc had a really positive side effect, like it gave you amazing memory, or, you know, be able to leap a tall building in a single bound. But unfortunately it doesn't. But guten Abend, mein Freund. Lovely to see you. Thank you for popping in, my friend. And hit the old thumbs up, says Ray. Bless you, my friend. Howdy, folks. Hey, David. How are you, buddy? How are you? How is you and Bear? Bear. Me and Bear and a dog named Bear. Or something like that. Yo, Dre. Dre, it must get dark quite early for you. The further south you go towards and beyond the equator, it gets darker, doesn't it? Is that the way it works? So if you go north, the further north you go, so if you're in the middle, right? So if you're kind of in the center of the Earth, which is what is it? It's not GMT, because that's Greenwich, and which is a beautiful place, by the way. If you ever want to visit somewhere, it's just outside London, but it's an arbitrary line, Greenwich. Actually, if anything, it should have been going through Paris, but Victorians, they were straight in there, wherever that. But if you kind of get to the equator, I believe that's where the longest days are. And then as you move south or move north, they get shorter. So if you go to the north of England, I think it gets darker about half an hour to an hour earlier. Or is it the other way round, or do they stay lighter? I don't know. I'm going to blame the zinc. Something like that. I can't remember anymore. Maybe it gets lighter the further north. Yes, of course it does. Because if you go to if you go up to the North Pole or to Greenland or Iceland, they have these eternal nights, don't they? Yes. It's brighter the further north. It's darker the further south. Yes, it's the reverse of what I just said. Pretty much. Now, what's all this, guys? Oh, Pokemon Violet. So who's picking up Pokemon Violet, Scarlet, or both? I don't know anything about this because it's not my bag. So are there two versions of Pokemon coming out today? I know there's some sort of a Pokemon anniversary, isn't there? So I don't know. So I'm not picking up either, guys. I've got to be honest with you. Violet for me, says Rockmouth, but waiting for a sale. And young Stu, who is a massive Nintendo fan, says Scarlet for my birthday. In a couple of weeks, he's going to be 22 years old. Who would have thunk it? Nice, Renaissance men. I'm thinking about grabbing Violet. Don't get violent if they haven't got Violet. Salud! Oh, and Yellow. I've been watching a documentary on English television, and it's what's he called? Stanley Tucci, the guy who was in. What was he in? He was in the thing with the bow and arrow, wasn't he? I never watched it. The film with what's her face in, who has her own porn industry. Anyway, he's been going around Italy, and he speaks perfect English because his mother and father had come from Italy. So as a child, they spoke Italian. Duh. So he obviously speaks American English, but he also speaks perfect Italian. And he went down to Calabria, to Tropea, which, as you know, is one of my, if not my favourite place in the world, and aiming to get back down there next year, Aniello. Hoping to get down next year, so you have to come down and join me for some antipasti. And I might even share a red wine with you, even though I don't drink. But you're a special guy, so I will open a bottle for you. Hey, Winstar, how are you, bro? How are you keeping, my friend? I hope you had a good Vets Day, by the way. Which was last weekend, wasn't it? Time flies. Wowzer. Thanks for the code, Geek. Yeah, bless you, my friend. Thank you for that, dude. I hope you win. So Winstar got burnt out to Pokemon from Sword and Shield. I really enjoyed. The only time I've ever played any kind of Pokemon was it Pokemon Go, where it was on your phone, and you had to kind of go and find creatures and capture them with the ball. I played that with my daughter when it came out, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Genuinely, one of the nicest gaming experiences that I think I've ever had, because it was really fun. You know, we drove to a coast, to a seaside, and we walked along the beach, and we were capturing. And as we were walking along, we were seeing other people with their phones, and we were stopping and saying, "Oh yeah, we're doing that as well." It was that summer. It was absolutely massive. But we absolutely loved it, and that's the only time. I know it's still around, and I know that I think Bjorn still plays it, because I was watching a little short where he was very unhappy about it the other day, because he had to get a certain creature by a certain time of the day, and he was out in the dark in the snow, and he couldn't get this creature. He wasn't happy. Spectre, how are you, dude? Thanks for popping in. Hey, Lo-Fi, thanks for being on Players last night. What a great show, and great to have you as a guest as well. Definitely want you back on again, my friend. Yep, clean shaven, but only for a few days. You can't see it, but a stubble is already appearing. It takes me about a week to 10 days to get the full beard back, and that's what I will be doing. I try it out just to see how it looks, but I always end up wanting the beard back within about 24 hours. It certainly feels like it's earlier dark. Yeah, I think in Spain it does get, whenever we go to the Med, I'm absolutely certain it gets darker about an hour earlier. But of course, the way that life exists in the Mediterranean and then down into Africa is that people don't tend to be out in the middle of the sun in the middle of the day, and then they tend to come out in the evening and go shopping and go for a walk and maybe enjoy some pub life and stuff, which you don't tend to get so much further north in the colder parts. But it's good. Dre's going to Google it. Good man. Chariot, how are you, brother? I really appreciate you popping in. You come in nearly every day, and I really appreciate that, my friend. It goes for all of you as well. You're all fantastic folk. Tosk, oh my God, you really did get rid of the video. No, I wasn't joking. I know you laughed. I know I hadn't photoshopped it at all. It had come off that day, which was the funny thing. I thought, how appropriate. But yeah, it's just a temporary measure. Well, I take it off when I get bored with it, and it gets a bit great, yeah. It does. It does what it does. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Happy Friday. I keep every time I uncheck the little chat window, it sends me back up to the top of the conversation, which is freaking annoying. I've done all of that. Adam, yes, a little weird to me today. I know. I don't know why. Rock Players was great. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? David, we should get you on. My plan with the show is that ultimately Bjorn will take on the hosting permanently, because I've got a lot of faith in him. He's a great host. He knows a lot about gaming, and I'm just building his confidence up. And he did a great job last night. He's really coming into his own now. So yeah, fantastic. Daylight in my city. There you go, 5:41. That's interesting, Dre, because it's darker for me. It was pretty much dark at, mind you, 17:41. You're an hour ahead, aren't you? So your 17:41 would be my 16:41. That would be right. So you're getting dark about 20 to 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes earlier than me. There you go. There you go. Pokemon Go was really fun when it first came out. Yeah, visiting big parks. I agree. It got people out. I thought, what a fantastic idea. And I know that the developers tried other options, didn't they? But nothing ever got us. I mean, they made a fortune through Pokemon Go. It was literally everybody was grabbing a bit of that, weren't they? It's just Joe. Yeah, Bjorn's been doing a great job. Yeah, absolutely. He's a great guy, and I've always tried to promote people, not just in the community, but people that I happen to, in my firmament, people that I'm, are giving it a go. And it's great now that I'm, getting a half decent sized subscription base, because it means that there's more exposure for people. So yeah, really cool. Hey Martinez, how are you, buddy? How's it going, Josiah? Hope you're well, my friend. Right, I think without further ado, rising tide. Yeah, no, absolutely, my friend. And I've done it all of my working life. I've always tried to mentor people with sort of startup businesses. I do heavily discounted rates for people that are just starting up or have got a small business. Just like to, pay back, pay forward. Is that the phrase? Would love to, matey. And yeah, Bjorn did great wrangling the fellas. Yeah, no, we definitely. I'll get you on the list, buddy boy, because you'd be a great guest anyway. You've got lots of gaming knowledge and thoughts years ahead of your age. Bless you. Right, let's sneak over to Larry. Now, I'm just going to say this before we go any further. OBS, which is passing the video through, was being an absolute biatch for me before the show started, and I was in two minds about rebooting my PC, but it would have taken ages to set everything up again. So if it does go, I'm sorry, and I'll sort it out, but you never know. Let's go, laptop. Thank you, Larry. I thought we'd done it then, guys. Right. Okay. Raymond. Yeah, Ray is always brilliant. Do you know the thing I love about Ray? Well, I love a lot about Ray. But when I'm not in the show, Ray opens up. He has so much to offer and so much to say. And when I'm in the show, I think I intimidate him. I can't help it. Look, I just love being comedic. And that's why I think Rock Players deserves a host like Bjorn, because there is its place for fun, but he does a brilliant job of keeping it on the straight and narrow, whereas I can't help it. I'm just chaotic. I just become a comedian, a frustrated comedian. Right, man, are you serious? No, of course I'm not. Let's have a look. Well, some of this stuff we've covered off, but a lot of it we haven't. So I did cover the fact that Amazon had cut some jobs, so we won't go over this again. I'm still adamant that this is not a precursor to the doom of Luna. I don't think that's the case at all. I think all they will have done is streamline the operation, and it may well be that a lot of those people that have, because don't forget, they said they got rid of 10,000 jobs, and that included Amazon Prime and Amazon Luna, but they never said how many. It could have been 200, it might have been 25 people, it may just have been a headline. We just don't know. It might have been in marketing that included Luna, we don't know. But I firmly believe that they're not looking to close Luna down. There's no indication of that, and I'm still confident. I love the look of that controller, by the way. I really do. I'd love to use that. You can use them on anything, can't you? They work well with any device. I might just buy one, but I don't know if they are available in the UK. They'd probably ship the flipping thing over, and I'd end up paying massive import duties, because that's what happens. Are we keeping this? Yeah, David, thank you for pointing that out, my friend. I said to Ray the other week I need to get rid of those. You can use them by all means. But, it's still around. And when there's Stadia news, I'm still going to be covering it. So, for now, why not? So anyway, my big thing is it ain't going nowhere. And let's not get upset about it. That one we've done. That one we've done. That one we did. I thought I got rid of all of these earlier. What one was this? Yeah, we did the smart TVs. We did the Apple. Blimey. We didn't do this one because I don't think we got this far. Verge. Backbone. Remember Backbone? Excellent phone controller is now shipping for Android. This was 2 days ago. So I don't know, was it never shipping for Android, or are they just saying it's excellent, their new one? Oh, this is it was an iOS exclusive product. And now it's shipping for Android. So actually, I have to say, it's a really attractive unit, isn't it? Because it's got those lovely round edges, which probably makes it more comfortable in the cup of your hand. That cup. So it might be worth checking out. I don't know what features it's. I mean, ultimately, they're all doing the same job, aren't they? You slap your phone in the middle. Then either it uses Bluetooth or it uses a lead, and then you play the game accordingly. It's got a screen capture button, a menu button. I don't know what that orange button does, and then another menu button. It's the same controller, but with USB-C ports, says the title of the photo. Okay, so yeah, it's by lead. The Backbone 1 mobile gaming controller is now shipping for Android. It's $100? $100? I'd buy that for $1. The Lightning ports have been swapped for USB-C ports, and it has a polished, feature-packed companion app that makes gaming on your phone feel like you're using a console. That's interesting. So you insert your phone, and then it allows you to play native Android games as well as cloud-based titles, whether that's because it's working. I think it genuinely opens these up in its own app, though. Backbone says the one should work with most Android phones, assuming that yours has a USB-C port and is running Android 8. The company mentions the Google Pixel 7 and the Samsung Galaxy S22 lineups as being compatible. Okay, it's cool. It's going to be any phone with a USB-C port, isn't it? As long as it's running Android. Tough. This controller's presence in the iOS ecosystem has made it tough for others to compete because of its value and stellar design. On the other hand, it's been easier for controllers from companies like Razer, GameSir and Rig to stand out to a viable option. Oh well, it'll be interesting to see what the reviews are, but I have to say I do like the look of this. Although, the one thing I struggle with, being originally a PlayStation guy, right, is the fact that you've got the two thumbsticks at opposing ends. I prefer my D-pad at the top. What's an icon? When did they have one? Yeah, see, Stadia. So Stadia had the same thing. So that's my preference, the two thumbs with the D-pad over here, rather than up like the Xbox does. So yeah, like the Xbox does. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of used to it. I suppose you get muscle memory, don't you? But I do prefer that. $100. I know it's a lot of dosh, isn't it, Phipps? It would have to be something very, very special given what is out there right now. And that's a third. That's actually about 60% of a Xbox Series S because they've dropped the price for Christmas or for Black Friday or whatever. Wowzer. Is CMG in the house? Oh, CMG as in Chariot Man Gaming. Yes, it is. It is always great to see him. Thank you so much. Do you know, after all these years, I still don't know your name. I know I try to. I'm not somebody that likes to call people by their avatar names. You may have noticed this on the shows. I prefer to call people by their proper name. And not everybody likes that, so I always ask permission. But I like to know what the name is. I don't know, it's a personal thing. I just think it's more personal. Rock, what's going on, brother? Hey, Ant, how are you? Ant was on the show last night as well. Brilliant. I love having Ant on our shows. He's always well behaved and he's always got something to offer the conversation. He's a good guy to have as a guest. And you have, as you know, a permanent open invitation for rock players. If it was more coincidental with your work life, my friend, I'd have you on as a permanent host. Yeah, I'm the same, Bruce. That's why I sent back my Steam Deck in the end. Nothing to do with the tech. In fact, the device was gorgeous and, messing about with it was fantastic. I just can't get on with small screens for gaming. Particularly when you can buy a Chromebook. You can buy a Chromebook locally in the UK, reconditioned, but it's like showroom perfect, for about $110. Well, you can cloud game on those things perfectly well. So when you can do that and you've got a nice 14-inch screen, it's not hard, is it? Epic show last night. Do you know, it genuinely was, Anne. I only managed to tune in a few times, but when I did, the conversation was riveting, and you were all contributing great stuff to the dialogue, to the diatribe. But thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate your getting involved. Friday, I think William does stream on a Friday. So where are we? 10-2. We'll skip over in a second and do the prize draw. Done all that. Done that. Not worth doing that. Right. There's nothing special there. So what we'll do is we'll go over to the bookmarks as we do. Oh, look, it's Sushmita Sen's birthday. No idea. No idea. I love the fact that Twitter shutdown is R.I.P. Fred. Somebody in sport called Fred has died. I love the fact that Twitter shutdown is trending. It ain't going nowhere, guys. There is no way somebody invests 44 billion and he's not stupid. He may be on the spectrum, but he ain't stupid. David doesn't like gaming on the mobile either. Nope. I agree. It's just too small, but but there are plenty of people that love it, and that's fair enough. So this is a good one. My good friend Al Davis put me onto this one. Ubisoft are selling Splinter Cell for nothing. It's completely free. It's completely free on PC. Sadly, I don't think it's available on GeForce Now. I tell you what we could do though, we could check on that, because we have that amazing service, or at least we would if I had saved it. I thought I saved it here for us to check on. Oh, it doesn't matter. You know the one. Anyway, Splinter Cell is free, so you've got to get yourselves over to the Ubisoft store and you can claim it. Splinter Cell for free. I think that's pretty amazing. Spectre's got an email about his Stadia refund. Awesome. I got an email from Stadia about my refund. I kid you not on this. They said, Trials Rising, it's true this, Trials Rising, £19, refund. Amount of money refunded, £0. Why do I get nothing and the rest of you get money? What's that all about? I did chuckle to myself. I'm just assuming that they've run out of cash. Crow, how are you, my good friend? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for popping in. Look at this, 31 of you in the chat. How amazing. So young Lee also points out, if you're in the UK, there's a company called Argos. They are as old as the hills. They have an amazing shop. Do you remember the catalogues that we all used to get when we were younger? You had them in the States as well. You'd have a catalogue and you'd order, and someone would come around, take your order, and then they'd drop the stuff off. Well, there's a company called Argos, and basically what you do is they did used to be a catalogue-based business, and now it's kind of app. And you go into an Argos store, and you go up to a kiosk, up to a booth, and you enter the number of the item you want to buy, and it goes up to the warehouse guy upstairs, and he sends it down. I kid you not, that's exactly how it works. It comes down on an escalator, right? This like rubber thing, and then the lady picks it up and brings it up to the desk and goes, C43. So you go up, she stamps your sticker, and you go off with your thing. It's the most amazing experience. But they've always been quite good. They used to do things, everything was on a 14 or 16-day money-back guarantee return. So you used to go in there, buy a camera for a wedding, use it, take the film out, take the camera back. All that kind of stuff would go on. Anyway, Lee points out that Argos are doing a black PS5 controller with Horizon Forbidden West for about 50 bucks, £45. That is so amazing. Look, $39.99 for the PS5 DualSense, and I don't get this, £4.99 for Horizon Forbidden West. That's a ridiculous offer, and I don't know why. But anyway, buy the two together. What a deal. Thanks for that, Lee. And then in terms of more deals, Tom says you can pick up, starting yesterday, the Xbox Series S for $250 for Black Friday. It even ships with a holiday-themed packaging. Look at that. $250. That's ridiculous. Like I said earlier, you know, you can buy one of those kitschy things that will cost you almost that. It's just wow. So go and fill your boots there. Here's a bit of bad news and a bit of sad news. Dead Island 2's been put back till April. It's been hanging about for years. And, finding knowledge pounds. You know, no, that wasn't what I wanted to talk about. It was a new captures app for Xbox. That wasn't it either. But yeah, apparently now you can. They've got an improved UI, and you can copy clips and send them to your friends and put them on external drives and do a load of stuff you could never do before. This also, November is here. You can now connect your Discord servers and voice channels directly from your console. I guess if you're streaming from your Xbox, that's pretty cool. So you can get all your mates and stuff in from Discord. It's not a bad deal, is it? And yeah, now this is true. So Cloud Validation put up a few days ago. Looks like Xbox are giving away Apple TV Plus as part of Game Pass Ultimate, which they are because I claimed it yesterday. Now it's not a giveaway. It's a trial for 3 months, which is pretty extensive. And you know, they will charge you from the 3rd month, so you need to go in and cancel it if you're not up for that. But it coincides with me having cancelled it last week because we weren't really getting the value from it. So I've been able to pick that up. Woohoo! Right, that's it on the news. Let's get over to the Wheel of Fortune because we're going to run out of time. Before we do that, Ant says, I need to figure out a way to use my Google Play credits on my YouTube channel, but it has a different email. And are you still going on about your freaking... Get in touch with Google. It's been days. Yeah, different email address. So open a new YouTube account with that email address and then do it that way. If you're looking, you wanted to use it for premium, didn't you? Yeah, I don't know. I guess one way you can't gift them to somebody. Could you gift them to somebody and then they gift them to you? I don't know how it works, to be honest. £250. Call me when I get it for 30, says Tosk. I thought that was quite a good deal. SPG streamer will be later than usual today. Right, okay. He hasn't scheduled yet. He's playing it by ear, but everyone planning to tune in. All right. Well, I wish he'd tell me. On that basis, we're almost done anyway in terms of getting onto the wheel. I emailed them, but they are no help. Shake my head now. I suppose they wouldn't be really, would they? It's a bit of a first world problem, mate. I suppose. Look at it that way. If you look up Slick Deals, says Joshua. Hi, Joshua. How are you, my friend? You can get Xbox GP Ultimate for super cheap. I was able to get 3 years for $80. I got 3 years when I bought my Series X, Joshua. It's actually, I think it's coming up for renewal in March. And I was thinking of switching it with the family plan, but I can't remember if the family plan is available yet in the UK, because what they do is they basically say, right, okay, the family plan is, I can't remember the numbers, £10 more a month than the basic. So if you take £18 or whatever it is, £21 forward, you will actually lose about 3 months. So instead of ending in March, it will end in January, that kind of a thing. I might do that. And then I wonder, Joshua, if they do the family plan on the same site. What's it called? Slick Deals. Let's have a look. Slick Deals. Slick Dell. There it is, slickdeals.net. I have no idea about this site, so buyer beware. Was it caveat exemplar or whatever? No, yes. I'm not an EU citizen anymore. Why do they make me click that? Why? I was once an EU citizen, and now I'm on my own. It was all in dollars, but you were saying so. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, S-Boss. Let's see how clever this is. Never heard of S-Boss. Have you heard of S-Boss? Let's try a game. Let's try Xbox. Here we go. Conversion deal. 1 year. Xbox could be worth $36. And you'd seen 3 years, hadn't you? So this is like an aggregator of other people's sites by the look of it, isn't it? So they've got Xbox.com and price. So you reckon, what was it you said? $80 for... you'd said $80 for 3 years. So if I put in $50 to $100, let's see what it filters out then. Here you go. So that's expired, that one. 3 years for 35. So that's 3 years basically for $70, but it's died. That deal no longer exists. Here's one: 3 years of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $96, but it says VPN needed. How crap is that? So you had to literally go through some dude in Russia to access Xbox. Yeah, no thanks, mate. They're all like, VPN needed. Oh, this site's a bit dodgy, mate. Surely. It's not like my favourite site of all time, which I go to very often. CD Keys. Oh, yeah. Now, these guys do deals. So let's have a look. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. See what they're doing their deals for. Here we go. So, 3 months for $23. How much is it normally then? 1 month. Instead of £13, they're doing it for about about £3 cheaper, £5 cheaper, £5 or £6. Can't be bothered to do the maths. £6 cheaper. Sounds pretty cool. 6.12. So that's not as good a deal. And they keep going up. Here we go. 12 months for $99.99. So it's not quite the same kind of a deal, but honestly, I don't think I'm a bit worried about going through VPNs. That to me is sort of like they're hiding you. Don't think that's very clever at all. But yeah, CD Keys is really good too, says Joshua. Absolutely, my friend. I like CD Keys. I hear people saying, "Oh, CD Keys. Ooh, I've had this happen. I had that happen." I've been using them for a long time. I buy all my PC games through them, and I never get that. I've never had a single issue. Not once. Hey, Phipps. What's Phipps saying to you? I've lost the string. Pay for this channel subscription. Yeah, exactly. That's a good shout. That's what he could do. Bless you. And he gets entered into the free game prizes every Friday as a member. I don't know if it's out yet, guys. I wish Smelly Vision existed. I just got a whiff of dinner. It's curry. Oh, it's chicken curry. And it smells divine. Ah, lovely. Ooh. Yeah, the family plan. Is the Xbox family plan out yet? Let's have a look. Xbox family plan UK. Excuse me. All about the Game Pass. Here we go. Let's have a look. Xbox. For Game Pass, friends and family, you and up to 4 players can enjoy it for €21 a month. I think it's about £18 UK, and about €22 or 22-ish dollars. But let's go. If I go and have a look at upgrade, see, it's wanting to show me euros, which means that I haven't signed in, I guess. Let me sign in and then see if it... Inchworm. This email is public, so I don't care if you want to email me or not. I don't care if anybody ever emails me. People get really funny, but oh man, I don't want to put my email address out there. I couldn't give a stuff. Did I change it at some point? Because if you harass me, I shall just block you. So email me all you want. You can't sign in. Oh, hang on a minute. It's not. What do you mean you can't sign in with a personal account? It's Xbox Thing. It's Xbox Thing, you idiots. Inchworm. English IE. So that was in. Oh, because it was in Ireland and Colombia, wasn't it? Yes, so that's why it sent us to the Irish site. So if I go GB, it probably doesn't exist. No, there you go. Yeah, so I don't think it's actually available yet. Oh, there you go. Well, I can't do it then, can I? But one day I will. It's always a bit shady, says Phipps. I know, I wouldn't want to put any money through that one. I wish, says Christopher, I wish you could buy Google gift cards with Google credits. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Then I believed you could convert it out for cash. I mean, there's got to be a way. I mean, not that we can do anything about it, but surely they must have a way. There's got to be. There's got to be a way to Blockbuster. Is that for Game Pass Ultimate? Which one, my friend? Sorry. A bit slow in getting to you there. So, yeah, I mean, CD Keys do really good deals. But, oh, curry. I know. Honestly, it smells gorgeous, mate. Curry? Where? In my house, in my kitchen, Tosk. It's out there. Because I'm in half of the garage, or the garage, which was converted for an office many years ago. So there's then the rest of the original garage, as you go through my little door here, which is just full of cack, bags of crisps and surfboards and crap, and a fridge and a freezer. And then you go through another door into the utility room, and then another door into the kitchen, and it's wafting in. Oh, curry. I miss curry, says Bruce. Mate, no need to miss curry. You can make it. It's quite easy to make, apparently. I can't even make an omelette, so don't listen to me, but that's what I'm told. I don't think it's out yet in the UK now. It's not, David. Thank you, my friend. I should have waited for you'd seen your message. Holtz! Who goes there? I could do with a nice curry now. Now it's mentioned. Oh, I know. Still, I think it's still the most popular food in the UK. Curry. More people eat curries than anything else. Fish and chips and everything else. They love it, don't they? Right, that's it. Sorted. Let's get back to the Wheel of Fortune. Here we go. Right, so just as a reminder, today's prize. Look at that, I'm doing stuff. Today's prize is Shenmue 3. We've got 2 copies, and one of them was donated by our very good friend Geek to Sneak, who's in the chat tonight. Thank you so much, Geek. And Geek prompted me actually because he wanted me to do the giveaway, raffle this on Wednesday, but I couldn't because I wasn't set up to do it properly. He said, "No, but I really want it to go to members." And I thought to myself, why don't I make Fridays members only? So, Geek, I have you to thank for taking me down that road. So that's what we're going to be doing, guys. We're going to be doing a members only giveaway every single Friday. And sometimes it's going to be relatively small, and other times it's going to be huge. So watch this space. I suspect we'll be doing the biggest ones at the end of every month, but don't quote me because it may not be the case. It's a nice looking wheel, says Holtz. Well, thank you, Holtz. It's a bit skewy in its little box though, because I ran out of time trying to resolve its skewiness. I love the music that it comes with. Listen to this. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Right, so we've got 2 copies. We've got Geek's original copy, and I don't know if you guys spotted this, but in the comments for the post that I sent to members this afternoon, Geek actually was part of the original Kickstarters for Shenmue when it was being developed. So he actually has investment in this game, which I think is a brilliant story. So we're going to spin it once for Geek's copy, and then I'm going to spin it again for my copy, and for no reason at all, other than I thought, why not? My copy is going to be the deluxe edition. So you're going to get the basic standard edition from our good friend Geek, and you will get, I'm just going to make a little note on my pad here. So we've got Geeks edition, and then we've got Rokk's edition. So I can put your names down. So here we go. First one for Geeks edition. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel for the members. Spin that wheel. It's gonna be already exists. Woohoo! And I do believe he's in the chat today as well, which is brilliant stuff. There you go. ARE. That's awesome. Well done. So I was going to pop down. Already exists. There we go. That's awesome. Right then. So now the deluxe. There you are. Sorry. The deluxe edition. Here we go with the deluxe edition. That's the wife telling me dinner's ready. I know. You see, I could smell it. Right. Here we go. Are you ready, guys? The deluxe edition. Who's going to get it? And I will send the codes after my curry. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? 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 It's Joe! Woohoo! Joe! Joe gets the deluxe edition. Fantastic! Yay! How cool is that? And Joe is in the chat as well. Brilliant stuff. Nice one. There we go, guys. So it's brilliant because only members are going to win every single Friday. We're going to make this our regular event. How fantastic is that? Absolutely brilliant. That's what it is. So there you go. Right, so let me just put down here that Joe gets the deluxe edition. Awesome. And I will, as always, make sure you guys get the codes within the next hour or so, and then you've got something to install and play. How fantastic is that? Nice one, Joe. Well done, my friend. Well done, guys. Absolutely brilliant. So there you go. There's Joe, and ARE may be gone now, but he was definitely here earlier. Bless him. In fact, you make sure, guys. I mean, everybody. We should all, as members, we should all be visiting everybody, all of our channels, and you know, basically supporting each other, because we're all an amazing community in Team Rokk. But both Joe and ARE already exist, have great channels with brilliant content. Of course, Joe is developing his own game under the Angry Poultry brand, so really looking forward to that coming up now soon as well. Thank you, Bruce. I'm really looking forward to it, my friend. I like a nice curry chicken, and what's going to make it very, very special for me tonight is my youngest is home from university. She got home about half an hour before I went live, so that's fantastic. I'm going to have a whole evening with my baby, and we'll watch Pinocchio and kids stuff, because we do that when even though she's 20 or 19 or 20 years old, we just like to do baby stuff. Right, guys, what a fantastic show. Thank you so much. I'm amazed I got through that. I thought I wouldn't be able to make it, but thank you so much, Crystal. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. And thanks everybody for popping in. You've been absolutely fantastic. Sorry if you didn't win, but the great news is every single Friday I will be doing this again, just for you guys, just for Team Rokk. As a bonus of being in Team Rokk. And of course, you're in all my other giveaways as well. But there's less chance of you winning when there's 600 people in a giveaway versus when it's just us. Know what I'm saying, guys? Right, that's it. Have a fantastic Friday. But more importantly, have an absolutely brilliant weekend. I shall try and get some game streaming in. I've got some stuff to tell you guys, which I'm just going to quickly tell you. So my latest game rental is Gotham Knights, which I started earlier, and I know a lot of people were saying, oh, I really like it very much, and I don't know if it's because it's been updated, and I've only played about 3/4 of an hour, but so far I love it. I think it's fantastic, and I can't wait to spend more time in there. Also, oh, enjoy yours too, Debbie. Great to see you. Thanks for popping in. On top of that, guys, I've been experimenting with Shadow PC, so I signed up for Shadow day before yesterday, And I've been trying it out in different places and trying it out different games. And I'm also going to even pay to upgrade it so I can compare it and I can report back to you and tell you my thoughts and what I think. So, yeah, Christopher, I do, but not Gamefly because they're only, as far as I know, they're only in the US. I use an outfit called Boomerang Rentals. Boomerang. In fact, I think we had a look at this on Wednesday's show. If you go back, if you've got the time, I show the website and how it works and everything for me in the UK, but it's very much the same. So I pay about $13 a month, something like that. And I can then choose any game that I want in the library, their catalogue, and they get all the brand new games in as well, and they also advertise them coming up. So you can go and have a look and see, okay, there's a cool, Callisto Protocol, for example, coming up in a week or two, so I can book that one, and then I pay £1 more, about $1.30 more than the basic rate, so that they put me at the top of the list for the newer ones. But you can keep it as long as you want. There's no time penalty like there used to be with DVDs and videos. They send it to you free, and it comes in a little kind of brilliant little plastic envelope which you tear off, take it out of its little gem case, turn the address label round, put it back in when you're finished, pull off the self-adhesive sticker, stick it down, and then pop it back in the post for free. It's brilliant. And typically it gets to them the next day. The next day they process it and they choose the next game and pop it in the post. So the day after that, I get my next game. It's absolutely brilliant. And I have saved well over $5,000, maybe getting on for $6,000 since I've had an account with them, if I've been paying full price for those games. So there you go. What am I playing them on? Gotham Knights is PlayStation, but they will send me Xbox or PlayStation depending on what I tick. So what I usually do is choose both platforms for the same game, and then it's just whichever gets to me first, because some of them will be out on one platform and not necessarily on another. But they don't do PC. They do older versions of consoles, and they do the Switch, I think, and they do the DS. So yeah, there's a bit of choice in there. But it's a great compliment, I feel, for, if you think about how much you'd pay, like Shadow, for example, just to be able to play your other games that aren't on GeForce Now, and here you can just rent them. Maybe a little bit more faff because it's physical games and you've got to wait for them to come, but typically, you're getting the perfect game. And yeah, me and Ant, massive advocates of game renting. We've both been doing it almost the same amount of time apiece, and I think it's a great compliment. Anyway, I'm going to go and get my curry. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, and congratulations to Already Exists and Joe. I'll be in touch with you guys shortly with your codes, so you've got something to look forward to playing over the weekend. Right, that's me. I'm out of here. If I can find the link, I'm amazed that I stayed awake. Here it is. There it is. I'll see you guys later. Take care.